God will take care of the hearts of people who feel hurt because of your obedience. Not you, not your explanations, not your apologies. God. This message is for the one who obeyed God and lost peace with people, for the one who chose obedience and was misunderstood, for the one who followed God's instruction and watched relationships shift. Hear this clearly from the beginning. You are not responsible for healing what obedience exposed. Obedience often hurts before it heals. Obedience is rarely convenient. It is rarely comfortable. And it is rarely understood by everyone involved. When you obey God, you step out of agreement with expectations people placed on you. And when expectations are broken, feelings get hurt. But obedience is not rebellion. It is alignment with heaven. Why people feel hurt when you obey God? People feel hurt when your obedience disrupts their access to you. Your obedience changes dynamics. Your obedience removes benefits they once had. Not everyone is hurt because you were wrong. Some are hurt because your obedience exposed dependency, control, or misplaced expectations. God never called you to be everyone's answer. He called you to be faithful. You are not disobedient for choosing God. Some of you were taught that obedience means keeping everyone happy. But that is not obedience, that is people-pleasing. True obedience sometimes requires disappointing people to honor God. And that is not selfish. That is surrender. Why God doesn't ask you to fix their feelings. If you could fix their hearts, you wouldn't need God. God does not place the burden of emotional healing on your obedience. Your assignment is to obey. God's assignment is to heal. When you try to fix what only God can heal, you carry weight that was never yours. Obedience reveals who trusted you more than God. Some people trusted your consistency. Some trusted your availability. Some trusted your sacrifice. And when God shifted your assignment, it felt like betrayal to them. But it was never betrayal. It was transition. God sometimes moves you so others learn where their trust truly belongs. You don't owe explanations for obedience. Obedience does not always come with a detailed explanation. Sometimes God says, go, leave, stop, start, wait. And the explanation comes later or not at all. If God required consensus before obedience, no one would ever move forward. God is gentle with the heart you had to walk away from. God knows who feels hurt. God knows who feels confused. God knows who feels abandoned. And God is not harsh with them. He meets them where they are. He speaks to their pain. He heals what you could not. You are not leaving people empty-handed. You are leaving them in God's hands. Why you feel guilty, even when you obeyed. Guilt often comes from empathy, not wrongdoing. You feel deeply. You care sincerely. You didn't intend to hurt anyone. But caring does not mean compromising obedience. You can be compassionate without being disobedient. God never punishes obedience. God never says, you should have stayed quiet. You should have stayed small. You should have stayed stuck. Obedience never puts you in danger with God, even when it creates distance with people. God honors obedience, even costly obedience. God will speak to them in ways you cannot. God knows how to reach hearts you cannot reach. He speaks through conviction, reflection, time, healing, understanding what they don't understand now. They may understand later. And if they never do, God is still just. Your silence can be a gift. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is stay silent. Silence allows God to work. Silence prevents arguments. Silence protects peace. You don't need to defend obedience. Truth defends itself. Obedience may change relationships, but it preserves purpose. Some relationships are seasonal. Some are transitional. Some are instructional. Obedience reveals which is which. God does not remove people to punish you. He realigns you to protect purpose. God will heal without you reopening wounds. Explaining can reopen wounds. Over-apologizing can confuse obedience with regret. You don't regret obeying God. You grieve the cost, and God understands that. Trust God. With the aftermath, obedience often leaves aftermath. Feelings, questions, distance. But God specializes in aftermath. He restores clarity. He restores peace. He restores understanding. Let God handle what followed your obedience. You are not heartless for choosing God. Choosing God does not make you cold. It makes you faithful. God sees the tears you cried after obeying. He sees the nights you questioned yourself. He sees the weight you carried silently, and He is pleased. God will bring peace to everyone involved. Peace may not come immediately, but it will come eventually. God knows how to settle hearts. God knows how to realign emotions. God knows how to heal wounds you didn't create. What feels unresolved now will not remain unresolved forever. Your obedience sets someone free. Sometimes your obedience forces others to grow. When you stop rescuing, others learn to rely on God. When you stop compensating, others mature. When you stop overgiving, others heal. Obedience may feel like loss, but it often produces growth. You did the right thing. Let this settle in your heart. You did not fail. You did not betray. You did not abandon. You obeyed. And obedience always leads to life, even when it hurts first. I declare that my obedience is honored by God. I declare that guilt will not follow me. I declare that God is healing the hearts I could not heal. I declare that peace will replace heaviness. God will take care of the hearts of people who feel hurt because of your obedience. You are free to move forward. If this message brought peace to your heart, type "I choose obedience with peace" in the comments. If you know someone struggling with guilt after obeying God, share this message with them. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so we can continue growing in faith, wisdom, and spiritual maturity together. And remember this truth: God never asks you to obey and then abandons the aftermath.